guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Katie. I'm one half of Highboy LA. If you're new here, we create interior decorating content on Instagram and TikTok at Highboy LA, and I'm one half because I also do it with my partner Cody. He's never in these videos because of his work schedule, and he's honestly pretty camera shy. So with that being said, if you're not new here, thank you so much for coming back. Our little channel is growing and we're just so excited to see what's in store for us and our future on YouTube. So today I thought it would be fun to do like a houseplant tour because honestly our plants are thriving right now. It's still June and it's not super hot here in LA yet. It's warm, but we're getting there. It's not like the hot months that we get in August and September. So I thought it'd be fun to like show you guys a little more of an in-depth look at all of our houseplants. I'm currently standing under our 15-foot fiddle leaf fig. That is so crazy. It's insane. We get a ton of questions about it. But aside from this plant, we have so many other ones that we want to show you guys because they deserve attention too. But before we get into that, I wanted to quickly talk about YouTube Premium. I've actually been paying for YouTube Premium now for about a year and it's so nice. I watch YouTube all day long. I watch it on TV. I watch it in the background around the house when I'm cleaning. I watch it on my phone in the kitchen while I'm cooking. I watch it on the couch on Sundays to catch up on all my vlogs. I seriously love it so much and it's so luxurious to not have to be able to watch ads all the time. But YouTube Premium is so much more than ads free. You can also download videos, which is perfect for traveling. If you guys are interested in trying YouTube Premium, you can get a 2-month free trial using our link in the description box. And I seriously think you guys are gonna love it. And if you do, it really helps support our channel because we may earn a commission for each of you that signs up. So thank you in advance. We really hope you enjoy your free trial. Now let's get into the houseplant tour. All right, I figured we'd start in the living room because my street is getting very active right now and it's only gonna get louder and I need to keep the windows open because it's getting warmer in here. So let's start in the living room with the plants in the corner. This one right here is a philodendron Xanadu. It's so massive. We have these gigantic sturdy rods holding up the leaves or else they will flop down. And we needed to do that because we wanted to be able to open this window. If you look at the trunk, it's really cool because it kind of looks like a pineapple. But we got this at H&H Nursery, which is like a local, well, it's not local to us. It's in Lakewood. It's like an awesome family-owned nursery with really, really good prices. We got the pot from a house that we picked up something off OfferUp from, and they were like moving out, and we saw the pot in the corner, and we just literally made them an offer, I think $10 or $20, and they said yeah. So just a tip, you can always do that. It's worth a shot. And then over here we have our second Monstera. Our Monsteras are doing okay. The other one's a little bit better and they're like a little wispy. They're not as full, but it's doing good. And then we have it on this plant stand by Hilton Carter. He had like a Target line and I don't think they sell them anymore, which is a bummer because we love this plant stand so much. And I think it looks cool with the lamp again because it's all kind of mimicking the same shape and 3 different heights. We like how the mirror also reflects more leaves into the area so it looks actually more lush and more full of plants than it actually is. And then Cody added this little mirror in the back as well. So it's extra reflecty. We like lifting up our plants as high as they could go, and since this one is so massive, it's perfect for a corner. Moving on over here is our propagated fiddle leaf fig. Yep, that is from our 15-foot fiddle leaf fig. It was propagated over 4 years ago, I would say. Maybe about 4 years ago during pandemic, but yeah, it's doing great. It has never posed a problem for us. It's pretty much lived over here since we got it. There's the bottom watering tray, and it's being held up by another one of those rods. It's also budding something down here, which is pretty cool to see, but it's growing. Growing upward, and I don't know what we're gonna do when it gets taller. I'm just gonna apologize in advance for like the chainsaw and welding sounds in the background. My street is popping right now. So anyway, this is the rubber plant, one of my favorite plants. Sadly, it was fuller. One time I moved it into the bedroom for a few days too long and it lost a ton of leaves, but I love the dark color of the leaves. I like how they're waxy looking. And then Cody actually planted this variegated one in the same soil like years after the fact. So this one's doing really good here. I think it looks really nice and expansive, but still allows a lot of like negative space to come through. We put it on a little plant stand that we got at a thrift store. A lot of our pots we spray painted years ago and they've like naturally started to patina, which make them look really cool. So we're very happy with that. But more sticks are holding it up. You know, this thing is pretty big. A rubber plant is relatively easy though. If you guys have like mediocre to good light, I would suggest a rubber plant. You can put it in the light. Ours is, you know, on this wall, which doesn't get as much light, but it works just fine over here. It's just like a solid plant that you could add that would provide some varying color and different look. We of course have a trusty dusty hanging pothos. We have these hooks installed that we will either hang plants from. For the holidays, we'll hang garland on. We just never take the hooks off because it allows us to be able to do fun different things like hang plants. This one we still haven't found a planter for, but luckily the leaves cover the original little plastic pot. But it's pretty cool. It's just like a nice piece of eye interest. I don't know what I'm saying. When you walk into the room, and when this light's on, it's nice because it gives a unique layering effect. And we have another pothos down here, and we've never put one on the floor before, but we got this planter from Marley Garden, and they make self-watering planters, which is really cool. And we put a pothos in there just because we didn't have anything else that could go in there at the moment, and we like how it looks. It's very shrubby. We like having different heights, as you guys may be able to tell. We don't have a lot of plants that are that low. Up here we have a propagated pothos that is looking kind of insane in the water. I personally don't love the look of seeing all of that. Cody does though, because he finds it very cool. We love a propagation around here. I do need to pull some of those leaves because they're getting a little brown/yellow, but nothing a little plucking won't fix. Okay, this one right here is very cool. It's very different from the rest of our plants. It's very pine-like because it's a conifer. It's technically a Norfolk Island pine, and I remember Cody wanted to get it because it reminded him of an Australian fern that we used to have. But I was actually just looking up information on the Norfolk Island pine, and Norfolk Island is Australia, so it makes sense why he thought that. This just adds more variety. This is really nice to feature more in the winter months, but right now we just have it here kind of covering up our heater that doesn't work. It's on a tall plant stand that we got thrifted. These pots, we have quite a few of them. They're from the brand Lively Root. I'm obsessed with these pots because they're not plastic per se, but they're I don't know the exact material. I can look it up, but they appear to be like terracotta, which is really cool, and I love the worn look to them, but they're super durable. So I highly recommend that if you guys are looking for pots. This is the Monstera I was telling you guys about. It is doing so good, and I swear it's due to the plant food. So Flourish is onto something, okay, with that stuff. It's incredible. Before, I would say it was like this, and now it's like that. Does that make sense? Like, it just looks stronger, and we're so happy with it. We might need to shift it a little bit because it's going onto Cody's desk. Up here we have our famous Fiddle fig, and honestly you guys, we don't have like secrets, okay? We really don't. This kind of just happened. When we got it, it started growing up, like, let's say it got to there after a few years, and then it started leaning towards the light. So we attached zip ties to the stem lightly to go around the curtain rod, and then once it got all the way out to here, we lifted it up, put those hooks in the ceiling so that it was secured that way. It's doing so good. We've propagated it once. You guys saw that one in the living room. Our main thing with this is consistent light. This window is very bright, as you can see. It's south facing, and I just think all day it gets all of that light, it soaks it up, and then we do bottom watering. I think I've mentioned bottom watering before, but we put these gigantic plastic trays under the big pots, and we have some like ceramic trays that could go under smaller pots that look a little bit better. But we love bottom watering because it allows the plants to absorb water through the roots, and it creates just like an overall healthier ecosystem for the soil. It also prevents root rot and overwatering on the top. We absolutely love it and have only seen good things from it. But that's like our two things for this fiddle, guys: consistent light and bottom watering. I hate to say it. And then this is another like floor plant. I love to have some on the floor. I love this potter. This is from the Sill, so is the plant. It's a ZZ plant. This thing has grown so strong and so big over the last few years. I love the waxy look of the leaves. I love the planter. I know I already said that, but I think it looks great, especially with our style. It's very sleek. This is kind of like the Entryway plant. You'll definitely bump into this. It gets a lot of traffic going by it, and I love how it spills out kind of over the bar cabinet. We won't go into the bathroom because no plants will survive in there because it is dark AF, but let's move on to the kitchen. So over here we have a collection of succulents. This was once an herb garden, but we weren't good with watering it, so it died. And then we have a few propagations back here. We just don't have room right now, so we've just kind of been layering it, but this grow light is seriously so awesome. This is from the brand Soltech. It's super sleek, it's tappable, it's dimmable. Let me tap it, boop, boop. Off, and then you go boop, boop, on. This has brought some of these succulents back to life that weren't doing so good, so we're very happy with that. And it's cool because you could attach it under like we did, or you could put it onto the wall in like a straight line anyway. It's very sleek. Over here we got our propagation station. Let me take out these. You guys, I didn't prune this. I'm such a bad YouTuber. All right here is our propagation station. These are propagation planters from a brand called Modern Botanical. They are very cool. They're pretty easy to install as well. We just propagated more pothos in here because we just love the vine look, and they're so easy to maintain, and we do get a decent amount of light in here too. So this is perfect, and we kind of put them in like a trailing up pattern, if you will. I'm including this herb in our plants because this is our basil plant. Trader Joe's basil plant. We've been going on for maybe about a month and a half now. It's really about watering. The sunlight is so good in here. I think that's like consistent with where basil grows natively. It's like a lot of hot sun, but you gotta water it because if we forget to water it for like 2 days, it'll get real droopy. It looks like it's about to die, but then we water it and it goes bloop, back to life. Over here is just kind of a rotating situation. Right now we have a little succulent in there with these rocks that look like Cocoa Puffs. It's like a terrarium vibe. It's not the best. We got options. It's versatile, and that's what we're here for. Moving on to the bedroom, we have this cool spider plant hanging up here. We've had this for a while. I think this is one of our oldest plants that we've had in our apartment since day one. It's doing really well here. It doesn't get a ton of direct light, but it's always stayed like this and is thriving. And then it's in this little hanging basket that I believe is from IKEA. It might be an old colorway, but we love hanging things off of our curtain rods. I think it just adds like a nice touch of earthiness, and it's like a little bohemian element that we love. Same thing over here. Here's another pothos. I think we have like 5 or 6 pothos now, but we put it in this disco ball planter, and this will move around the house according to our mood, according to where we want light to reflect from. Sometimes I'll hang it just straight in the middle of the window, and it'll, you know, make the twinkles all around the room, which is always fun. And then over here is our prayer plant. This is so pretty. It's always thriving, even though it doesn't get a ton of light. Whenever we water it, it'll get extra. This pot is from World Market. I love it, and I think it looks perfect on a nightstand. And then we don't want to forget about the outdoor plants. We've got our birds of paradise. Cody was inspired to get one of these after taking many walks around the neighborhood and just seeing massive birds of paradise plants, and it's doing really well out here. We get a ton of harsh sunlight and it looks awesome. There's one little problem area over there, but so far so good. We've got one of our snake plants out here, and then we just layer like a bunch of plants. I think that's a snake plant as well. So over here we've got this crazy shrub. I'm not sure the name of it. I'll put it on the screen when I find out, but another kind of succulent like plant, and then this cactus, which is crazy. It actually blooms flowers out of the side, like pink flowers, when it's a full moon. Only when it's a full moon. which is absolutely crazy. I also wanted to show you some things we use on a weekly basis to keep our plants thriving. These are all relatively inexpensive items, and the first one is watering trays. So we use mostly plastic watering trays underneath all of our pots, but for aesthetic purposes, I'm gonna show you guys this one. This is just like a ceramic tray for under your pots, and you can find these thrifting. You could also use plates if you size them appropriately, but this is like a super easy thriftable thing for your plants. And the reason we love bottom watering again is because it prevents overwatering via the topsoil. It helps the water absorb through the roots, and then it just kind of creates like an overall healthier soil ecosystem. So we love watering trays. I think the plastic ones you could get at the hardware store for like $1 or $2. The second item we love is this watering can from IKEA. It actually fits so much water. It's very inexpensive. I believe it's $12. It's a little cactus. We love the green. I unintentionally match with it right now. We also have this one, which is from Amazon, and it has this skinny little spout, which is actually super helpful for said watering trays because you're able to fit that spout in there. You just have to be careful because it can easily spill out this top. But we love this. I think this is around $12 as well. And I will link everything in the description box. Next is this spray bottle. This is actually a salon spray bottle, and it does like a mist. Can you guys see that? Does like a long stream of mist. Some people say misting your plant leaves doesn't do anything. However, we feel like it does because we do this like once a week. We just give like a light spritz to everything, and we feel like they look a little bit better. Maybe not like, it's not gonna save your plants, but if you wanna just do like easy maintenance and your plants are already in good shape, get some of these, a pack of 2 for around $10. Okay, one of the newer things we've been implementing is actually plant food. So we found out about this brand Flourish, and I think I mentioned it in one of our previous videos. It's a plant food concentrate. So they give you this little vessel. You pour 3 drops of this plant food concentrate in with 8 ounces of water, and it creates this like brown water. And since we do bottom watering, we'll just pour this in the bottom watering tray with the rest water. It just helps nourish the plants, helps create better soil, helps the leaves get nice and bright. We did it on our Monstera behind me. We did it on this Monstera right here, and it just looks so good. Like a few days afterwards, we were like, does that plant look extra good to you? We're like, I think so. Like, I think the plant food is working. So another inexpensive thing. We love the concentrate, and I believe you can buy this at Whole Foods now, but I will link it. The other thing I want to show you guys are grow lights. Grow lights are perfect if you live in a climate that isn't sunny all year round, if you want to put plants in an area of your home that doesn't get a ton of light. So we have 2 grow lights from the brand Soltech. The kitchen one is perfect for herbs. Right now we have succulents in there, and they're thriving. You can do a lot with it, and then it's tappable, so you can turn it on, turn it off. You can set a timer on it. It's great. The other one we have is a pendant grow light, and it can hang anywhere. It can hang down, which is really cool because it creates that down light effect. We had it in our living room, but we took it out because we moved the plant from that corner. But we still have like the hooks up, so when we rearrange, which inevitably we will, we'll have the option to put a big plant in that corner. All right guys, that concludes today's video. We hope you enjoyed it, or maybe learned something, or answered a question you might have about caring for houseplants. Oh, and friendly reminder, everything we mentioned will be linked in the description box. And don't forget about the YouTube Premium 2-month free trial. There's a link in our description box as well. Thank you again for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. It means so much to us. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok at HighboyLA. We'll see you next time. Bye.